Today I want to take a step back in time and review Netflix's old series Daredevil. It meant a lot to me as a kid and really helped with my development. So here we go. So Netflix's Daredevil is a Marvel television superhero show which follows the superhero Daredevil, or his alter ego, Matt Murdock. The twist with this show, though, is that Matt Murdock is completely blind. However, his sense of hearing and sense of smell has been heightened to the nth degree, and now he can basically see again, except with his ears. And the humour that comes from Matt Murdock being blind too is quite funny. Him still pretending to be blind for his friends, trying to keep his secret identity, but also brought some weight to the show and helped me learn something about blind people and how they get around, how do they deal with everyday issues like answering a mobile phone. He's a lawyer during the day, but at night then he goes out and beats up criminals with his fists. And that's one of the things I really liked about this show. Matt Murdock has no superpowers, he's just a man. Unlike all the other Marvel superheroes that have magic hammers and magical suits, this guy has nothing, just his fists. That really meant something to me. He didn't have anything, but every night he still had the determination to go out and protect his city. For lots of the show he'd be beaten and bloodied up on the couch, but he'd still get out there and do the right thing. And speaking of bloody, yes, this show is well and truly violent. This was one of the first, TV show or movie that I watched growing up as a kid, where I went, holy crap, that was violent. It really opened my eyes in a lot of ways that the world isn't all happy and dandy. But more than that, all the themes in this show really opened my eyes to the world as well. Daredevil deals quite heavily with themes like drug deals, human trafficking, and probably the one that the show's most famous for, the grey area between what's right and what's wrong. Is the law really the best course of action, or sometimes do things need to be done outside the law? The acting in this show is incredible. There's 4 main actors in this show. Matt Murdock, played by Charlie Cox, who does an excellent job at portraying both a blind man during the day and a ninja at night. Foggy Nelson, who plays Matt Murdock's best friend, and the chemistry between him and Matt Murdock is just palpable. It really makes the scenes between them much more tense, and you just want to see them remain friends. And then rounding out our trio of heroes, Karen Page, played by Deborah Ann Woll. She does an excellent job too, and had a really great arc across the 3 seasons. And then finally, Vincent D'Onofrio as Wilson Fisk. This is the main villain of the show Daredevil, and he does an excellent job. Super scary and charismatic. In the episodes where Wilson Fisk isn't around, you just want him back, because the show does a really, really good job at fleshing out Wilson Fisk. Unlike the other Marvel movies, where you don't really know that much about the villain, maybe Loki, this show has episodes solely dedicated to Wilson Fisk, and it really helps you empathize with him and understand him. This isn't a show where Daredevil is right and Wilson Fisk is wrong. It's very grey. And what I mean by that is, both of them do things that are good, and both of them do things that are bad. Sure, Matt Murdock is more of a hero, but Wilson Fisk also has a bit of a hero in him too. Now let's talk about the plot of this series. As I said before, Daredevil is split up into 3 seasons. And if I had to draw a graph of the excitement and hype level of the 3 seasons, it would look something like this. Start of season 1, it was alright until you get to episode 5. That's when things really pick up and stay at the maximum level of excitement for the rest of the season. Going into season 2, it carries on from that, but around episode 5 again, it starts to drop off. It gets a bit clunky. Start of season 3 again, it starts off very slow, but that's important because then it picks up and again goes up to the 10th, 100th, millionth level of excitement and doesn't ever stop. I guess what I'm trying to say is, if there's some parts where you feel, this is a bit slow, stick with it, it gets so much better. Being a superhero show too, of course there's gonna be fight scenes, and the fight scenes in Daredevil are nothing short of exceptional. In season 1 there's a 2-minute, 1-take hallway fight scene, and at the time I thought, my goodness, it's not going to get better than this. In season 2, it does. They have a 5-minute, one-take hallway fight scene. And I thought, oh my goodness, it's not going to get better than this. And then in season 3, it does. They have a 15-minute, one-take hallway fight scene. I remember watching it for the first time with one of my really good friends, and we could not contain our excitement. It shot incredibly well, but not just the one-take hallway fight scenes, everything, and particularly their use of colour as well. It felt really gritty and down to earth. Oftentimes it's just lit by the streetlights, and that really helps the feel of the show. But if anything, just watch it for the hallway fight scenes, please. And if not for the hallway fight scenes, watch it for the main theme song. I wanted to learn piano just so I could learn how to play the Daredevil theme song on piano. Before watching Daredevil, I knew nothing about the character, but after watching it, he is by far my second favourite superhero. That might seem a bit anticlimactic, I know. Thor will always be my favourite, but Daredevil is well and truly my second favourite because of this show. He's such a great character and I can't wait to see more of him. This is a TV show that everyone should watch. It's available on Netflix right now, and if you don't have Netflix, I know it's available on DVD too. Fantastic characters, an amazing, nail-biting plot, brilliant action sequences, and really important themes and issues. I'm going to give Daredevil, the complete season, a 10 out of 10. Watch this show right now. #SaveDaredevil.